So in today's video, I am gonna share with you guys what tech sales job is. Specifically, I'm gonna deep dive on 7 different tech sales jobs that you can consider, all right? So if you are interested in tech sales jobs, definitely this video is gonna be helpful for you. And also, if you are wondering how it would be like working as a tech sales person at big tech companies like Oracle, Cisco, SAP, definitely this video is for you. Okay, so let's dive in. Okay, the 7 different tech sales jobs that you can consider are this. Okay, BDR/SDR and SBDR and CSR and account executive and key or major account executive and renewal sales manager and, oh my gosh, a lot, channel sales manager. Okay, so 7 different tech sales jobs, and out of the 7 tech sales jobs that I mentioned to you, I actually experienced 5 different roles from here. However, not all tech companies have all the different tech sales jobs that I mentioned, but usually most of them do have BDR/SDR and account executive and renewal sales manager. Renewal sales manager is equal to customer success manager or account manager sometimes. So I'm gonna explain a little bit later, okay? So let's dive in. First, BDR/SDR. BDR stands for Business Development Representative and SDR stands for Sales Development Representative. So I've done this role myself, and you're typically responsible for prospecting new customers and identifying whether that prospect can be a new client. So you are gonna work very, very closely with your marketing team as well as your account executive or a CSR. So what's gonna happen is when your marketing team has any like online or offline marketing campaigns or marketing events, they are gonna have a list of attendees or some leads, right? So they're gonna hand it over to you after the event, and your job is to follow up on those leads. And when you are following up on those leads, you are gonna call them, you're gonna do cold calls or email, you're gonna send emails, and you need to find out banned information, right? So your job is to really identifying and finding out whether they can be potential customers. And you're gonna identify this lead as a pre-qualified lead and hand it over to your account executive or CSR. So that's your main responsibility, okay? Now, moving on. The second role is SBDR. I've done this role as well, and it stands for Senior Business Development Representative, okay? So it's very similar to BDR role, but the main difference is SBDR is really focusing on specific major, huge key accounts, right? So you're gonna work really closely with your key account executive, right? So for example, there is a Samsung, right? Samsung is a huge company. So let's say Samsung is one of your accounts, right? Samsung has many, many different subsidiaries under Samsung's umbrella. So even if Samsung Electronics is using your products or using your services, still other Samsung subsidiaries are not using your product and services. So your job and your responsibility is to really navigate the decision makers for each subsidiary and really find out the key contact points and work together with your key account executive or manager to see if like how the decision-making process is and who are the main decision makers, who are the influencers, and who you should connect with. And then your main responsibility is making an appointment between your key account executive and your potential clients. And now account executive. So account executive, I've done this role as well. This is a very, very exciting role. I highly encourage everyone to try out just because you're gonna learn so much. You're gonna be responsible for everything from A to Z, like from cold callings to sending emails, running online demos, and meeting with clients, and closing deals, of course. And you're responsible for everything from A to Z. And yeah, it's a definitely interesting role to consider. So now next, CSR. Okay, so I've done this role as well. It stands for Corporate Sales Representative. So some companies do have this role, some don't. And a CSR is a little bit similar to account executive role. But so for example, if your company is really huge company, then usually there are CSR and account executive roles separately. So let's say your account executive's average deal size is maybe 30K or 50K, right? And as a CSR, you are responsible for below 10K deals or stuff like that. But mainly, the job responsibilities are quite similar to account executive, but you are more responsible for smaller deals. The main difference is you're working on a smaller deals compared to account executive, right? So now we have Key Account Executive. So titles can be Key Account Executive or Major Account Executive. Their role is very similar to Account Executive, but only main difference is as a Key Account Executive, you are gonna be responsible for a number of key accounts, like really huge accounts. The number of accounts that you're gonna be responsible for as an account executive and as a key account executive varies depending on the company that you're working at. But let's say account executive, they're responsible for, let's say, 50 accounts. Then as a key account executive, probably you're gonna be responsible for 5 key accounts, right? But they are huge, major key accounts like Samsung or something like that, right? So yeah, you're gonna do everything from A to Z as well, but you are very, very responsible for certain key accounts. Moving on. Okay, so now we have 2 different tech sales roles left here. So this role is renewal sales manager or renewal sales representative, right? So I've done this role as well. So basically, this role is all about managing existing customers, right? So let's say your company is selling software, right, with licenses, right? But then as a renewal sales rep, you really need to make sure that your current customers are really happy and satisfied and content with your company's software, and you kind of like support them and making sure they renew on time. And if you can also, you can even upsell and cross-sell other licenses as well, all right? So some companies do have this renewal sales rep under the sales team, but some companies name this renewal sales manager as customer success manager as well. So it depends on the company, right? So basically the renewal sales rep, they are managing existing customers and making sure existing customers to renew on time. And at the same time, you try to upsell and cross-sell other licenses as well. So now, last but not least, we have channel sales manager. So personally, I haven't done this role, but one of my friends, she is a channel sales manager. Their responsibility is mainly about managing their partners. So for not all tech companies do have partners, but some companies actually do have partners. So partners are selling your products and services on behalf of you, right? So as a channel sales manager, your responsibilities are making sure your partners are all educated about your products and services so that they can sell your products and services better to your prospects. And your responsibility is also to make sure that they are happy and satisfied with your partner program that your company is providing with, all right? So yeah, so like consider this role as more of a partner engagement and partner managing your partners and stuff like that, okay? Hope this all makes sense. So in today's video, I share with you guys 7 different tech sales jobs that you can consider. And I try to squeeze as much as information I can, but it could have been a little bit overwhelming if you have no idea if you don't really know what tech sales jobs are. However, I can definitely way more deep dive on each role if you guys want that kind of content. So let me know, comment down below. You know, tech sales is my career background and I can talk about this on and on and on. And I think in my opinion, one day if you want to have your own business, for example, then definitely sales is one of the jobs that you might want to consider because you are going to learn so much. All right. So, and I really hope this video was helpful for you guys, and I will see you guys next week.